blinded me when I looked over to my left. Anyway, ready, good sir.
Sweet, fantastic, man. How about you send us off with your nice little intro?
All right, I like that idea. Welcome everyone to Geeks Reborn Podcast. I nearly said reviews because that's the original name anyway. Um, Forgot my name, forgot my intro. I'm your host, Rainier. We started a new thing a few weeks ago when the original recording for this happened. I explained that we're gonna come up with pretty much nicknames for all of my guests here. So we had my good friend Eric here decide a new name. Was it last week? Yeah, last week, and he went by Dark Side, right?
Yes, yeah, Dark Side. I'm wearing actually another Dark Side shirt today.
Hilariously enough, you're wearing a Hydra shirt. I'm wearing a cap shirt.
Yeah, again, second time in a row. Yeah, I was wearing my my sleeveless Dark Side shirt last time. I give my coach way too much of my money. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, I mean, those shirts look dope.
Dude, they're cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. You know,
like Dark Side, the Hydra symbol. It just makes you feel like.
And yeah, I feel really cool wearing it.
And the way you describe the y'all's gym, you know, it sounds very fitting. You know, Dark Side, yes. Hydra. Then you said it's mostly like the inside of the gym is
It's all black. It's all black. He custom painted everything himself. He has Harley Quinn that he made a mural of, Frankenstein, Two-Face, and then our big Hydra logo in the middle. And so it's really cool. It's like a big octagon, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it has a cage on the outside for our MMA fighters. It's a badass place, man. It's really cool.
Damn. And it's called just Dark Side, or
it's called the Dark Side, yeah. That's it. He called it that because in Jiu Jitsu, leg locks are kind of still, less so now, but still a little taboo. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't train leg locks and don't know leg locks very well, and he kind of made his infamousy, I guess I should say, off of everyone at our gym learns leg locks. And you know, so training there, I thought everyone was kind of going to be good at leg locks. And dude, I go to other places and man, they are not exposed enough to the kind of attacking that we do in order to prevent us from, you know, imposing our will. So it's really cool to train somewhere where we have such a unique fighting style.
Yeah. I remember last week you were talking about how leg locks are considered taboo. Somewhat of a taboo because you just said, not a whole lot of other places have leg locks in their I guess their routines or something. I'm not really into the terms yet, but I'll keep up.
So at most tournaments, in the gi, heel hooks are pretty much banned at every belt level. Mm-hmm. At most tournaments, they won't let anybody below blue belt do heel hooks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they expect you to be pretty experienced with your training before you start them. And at some tournaments, they'll let you heel hook at blue belt, but that's very few. Only real progressive, kind of gyms or tournaments will do that. And then no tournaments will let you do it at white belt. So it sucks that for me, my personal thing is to do heel hooks from the 50-50 position, and I can't do that. So I have to, you know, settle with straight ankles. But a win is a win, you know. Yeah. That's the way I see it.
Once you move up the ladder, you know, you can use it. I mean, what? Okay, I don't think I asked this question last time. Oh yeah, by the way, too. I keep saying last week because last week we did this whole recording, only to find out I fucked up. I had this set, I had my OBS set to capture this and not my actual mic. So I found that out last night, and now here we are, better than ever, I would say. But yeah, to the question I was gonna ask, uh, what are the benefits of you said jujitsu, right? You were a
Yeah,
jujitsu guy.
jiu-jitsu.
Like
Benefits. Ooh.
compared to like other physical, like other combat.
Combat sports.
Yeah.
So there's a couple that I see over other combat sports. One, uh, if you watch MMA, a strong grappler will more oftentimes than not be a strong striker. Not, but this is not an exception to the rule. There are some people who have really good takedown defense. There's some people who have really good, defense on the ground. But a strong grappler can really easily turn the tide. You could be getting outstruck, beaten every single time, and it goes to the ground for a couple of seconds, and a guy will pull out a submission victory out of nowhere. As far as self-defense purposes, I think it's the best one-on-one self-defense approach, personally, because if you can control somebody and you can hold them down, they can't hit you.
Yeah.
If I'm a better striker than somebody else, I can still get hit. You know what I mean? I can still get punched in the face. Regardless of how good of a striker you are, somebody can still potentially punch you in the face, right? That doesn't say, like, I'm going to, if I were to fight some of the best strikers, if I were to fight Israel Adesanya, like, I probably wouldn't land a hit on him. But if it gets him into the ground, I'd probably give him some trouble. Israel Adesanya just got his purple belt from Andre Galbo, like one of the best grapplers in the world. But still, I mean, I would have a fighting chance on that field.
Yeah.
And then I think the biggest benefit is that we can train at 100% every single day. Does that make sense? We can spar and actually try to hurt each other every single day, and there's no negative repercussions. You can't do that with striking sports. You can only get punched in the face so many times before, something goes, you get a screw loose.
Yeah,
or you can only get kicked in the knee so many times before something tears. You know what I mean? And even if you don't, like, if you get kicked in the leg enough times, the next day, I promise you're not going to be striking at the same capacity. So it's impossible in striking sports to fight at 100% and genuinely try to compete against each other at 100% every single day.
Okay.
So a lot of striking sports has to be simulated combat, right? And yes, sparring days are still very beneficial, but unless you get into a competitive field where you and an opponent are trying to hurt each other 100% and try to win, you're never going to experience that, right? Even sparring is typically going to be light sparring, some jabs, some hooks, a little bit of dodging, some slips, and then you both go home at the end of the day. Yeah, you got punched a couple times, but you're okay. You know what I mean? It's a much different experience than two people trying to murder each other.
Damn. So, a little bit of follow up on that. Why? I know you. We've talked about this before, about why jiu-jitsu over other combat sport. We went over the little benefits of picking jiu-jitsu, but why did you? How were you exposed to it, and why jiu-jitsu other than other combat sport?
So I got into jiu-jitsu because after I left my job at a large corporate gym, I started training independently. I was paying rent at this CrossFit box in order to train my clients there. And at the same time that I started training at this location, a jiu-jitsu practitioner opened up a small school within the CrossFit gym that I was training at. And, he would ask me week after week, like, hey, come try it. And I was always like, nah, man, that's not for me. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. Why not, right? What's the worst thing that could happen if I try this?
Exactly.
He's letting me try it for free, so why not? And then I did it, and I was like, oh my God, this is so much fun. Like, this is addictive. And so I started training at his gym, within the CrossFit gym. So what I would do is I would train like 2 clients, and then I would put on my gi real quick, do my warm up, and then do jiu-jitsu for an hour, change out of my gi, and then train my last client. So I just squeezed it in right where I had that 1 hour to train. And I got really, really hooked for a while. And then that coach ended up having a falling out with the CrossFit instructor, or sorry, the owner of the CrossFit box,
Okay.
and he ended up going independent at a different location. And so his new schedule didn't work with my schedule anymore. So
Yeah,
I couldn't
because you
make it to
have
any
to
classes.
travel and such.
Yes, exactly. Because of travel and such, right? So I didn't have the hour to just change, boom, and then go back. And so I had to drive to him, and it just wasn't working out anymore. So I decided to look for a different gym. I tried out a couple of gyms. I tried out Gracie Baja and West Chase. Lots of good killers there. Great school. Just wasn't a good fit for me. I tried out Team Took. I tried out the Hensel Gracie and Sugarland, and none of them really felt like a good fit for me. I really liked the individual attention I got at my first school
Mm-hmm.
until I went to the dark side. I found the dark side because one of my now teammates posted on a Reddit post that I commented on one of my Reddit posts, um, and he was like, "Hey, come try out the dark side. It's really cool. It's hardcore, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Why not? I'm looking for new schools." So I
Yeah.
drove out there. It's kind of far away from where I am actually. It's not a convenient location, but I just love it so much I'm willing to go out there. So I drove out there. I went to my first class, and everyone trashed me. I mean, white belt, blue belts, brown, like it didn't matter. Everyone just trashed me, and so I was like, "This is it. This is the place. Like, this is where I want to train. This is awesome." And at this school, so at the dark side, we only do no gi. We don't do any gi work, which is also not very common, right? There's very few places other than the dark side and 10th planet that do no gi only. Most places will do gi and no gi. So I thought that was cool. I thought that was original. I never really liked the gi to begin with. I thought it was kind of weird, but it is what it is. So I switched over to no gi only, and I've been there ever since.
Hmm. And
And the
and
reason why I never pursued any striking sports is, I mean, I've done it a little bit. I've done some like MMA, kickboxing, but I don't like getting punched in the face. I'm gonna be honest.
I feel that. I feel that. No one can touch the beautiful faces.
That's right.
The money shots. Um and the gi is the attire, right? Or what's it what is a gi?
Yeah, gi is it's like the traditional kimono.
Okay.
It's like a jacket, pretty much is all it is. It's a jacket with like your traditional karate
Like kick
outfit.
what was that in middle school, that one program Kickstart?
I'm not entirely sure.
Uh I thought you were like something Kickstart. It's like the one class that a lot of people take in middle school or something. I forgot what it was, but it's been a long while. I remember you were part of it, I think. Maybe.
I'll take your word for it.
Ah, you know what? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. My sister used to have one, the gi. And you
Yeah.
said, is it just because it's uncomfortable to use, or is it?
No, so it actually completely changes the way that you fight. I
Oh,
mean,
really?
it really changes everything. Yeah. So no-gi is very athletic. No-gi is very fast-paced because there's nothing to hold on to.
Oh, yeah, that's
Gi
true.
is a lot slower, right? And gi is a lot more about controlling the gi of the person that you're rolling with and kind of slowing them down with it. No gi, there's nothing to hold on to. So anything that you try, you have to do athletically,
Mm-hmm.
you know, um, and you have to be like a lot. You have to be very flexible in order to do no gi. You have to be stronger in order to gain the same level of advantage,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, strength still matters in the gi as well. Those things are still important, but in no gi, I think they matter maybe a little bit more. And this is just my opinion. I don't think this is based on any fact or anything, but just from my experience, the gi is maybe a little bit more technical and slow and precise.
Okay.
So, in my opinion,
So,
um, I've seen people like in the gi sit with just like grips for like 10 minutes and they're just fighting grips. I've never seen that in no gi.
okay. Okay. So I'm assuming, uh, in like competitions, you guys have to wear gi, whereas in like sparring training, you guys can choose one or the other?
No, no, and there's two different types of competitions. So
Okay.
there's gi competitions and there's no
No
gi
gi. Oh, okay.
competitions.
I thought it was just like a more like a preference or something like that.
No, no,
Okay.
no, no. And then
No.
there's gi classes and there's no gi classes.
And Dark Side offers both, or
No, we only do no gi.
no gi. Okay. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So was the I know you were like you mentioned that you just wanted to try it out. Did any other uh things become a factor of you joining or at least trying out jiu-jitsu, like let's say
You
anime
know
or
what?
something?
No, that's actually a really good question. I'm glad you asked that. So, I was in the Marine Corps, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that. I was in the Marine Corps, and there was one day, it was super late. It was probably like 1 a.m. or something like that, crazy. Um, we were delivering trucks to receiving so they could be shipped back to our unit. So we're out there. It's like 1 a.m. We're tired as fuck. We're bored, and we're waiting to get picked up. So me and my sergeant, Sergeant Lopez, we were bullshitting, blah blah. And I was like, I'll wrestle you right now. You know what I mean? Some stupid shit like that. Some stupid shit that Marines do. And we start wrestling, and he actually wrestled in like high school, or yeah, in high
Okay.
school. And so he like took me down. We went to the ground, and then he got mount, and he didn't know what to do, but I did. I knew what to do even less than he knew what to do. So I rolled over, I flipped over, and then he rear naked choked me,
Damn.
and that was that. It was very short lived. And so that's kind of what inspired me to start training a little bit, because I
Okay.
never wanted, like, I was like, wow, I'm really useless on the floor, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm helpless. And so yeah, he choked me out. It was kind of sad, and
But
I started
hey,
training.
yeah, it inspired you to be a jiu-jitsu hmm. What is a jiu-jitsu
Practitioner,
practitioner? There you go.
practitioner, yeah. And so we have competed since then twice more, two more times, and he's beat me all three times.
Damn.
So I think this next time I got him, but
There we go. There you
he's
go.
beaten me three times. And I really thought I was going to get him that third time, but I did not. I was really surprised. I mean, granted, we were both really drunk the third time. So the third time that we competed against each other, we were hammered,
Okay,
and I think
I'm
we both kind of gassed out, and so I
yeah.
think that's what it was.
How often is this like little thing you guys do? Is it like every time you guys meet, or is it just like a set schedule, or is it just like, hey, you want to do it at this day, just super randomly?
No, not even that. It's just us talking shit to each other.
Oh,
We've
okay.
hung out plenty of times without it, yeah. And it's just us talking shit to each other, and then it ends up turning into like, oh, I could beat you this time, and I haven't yet. But
One
so
day,
the second time,
next
yeah,
time.
one day. The second time was in the barracks of where were we? I want to say it was in the barracks of MTX in
Mm-hmm.
Bridgeport, California. So we were out there. It was the end of AT, and same thing. Except this time we did it kind of stupid. We did it on like hard floor, and
Oh,
it could have ended very poorly.
yeah.
Don't ever grapple somebody on concrete or anything that's not soft. Don't grapple somebody on
Mm-hmm.
anything that's not soft. It can end really badly. So I shot for a double, and he ended up guillotining me from right. So I took him down. We went down to the ground. He got his guillotine, and then he wrapped his legs around me, and I couldn't escape.
Damn.
So then I got guillotined from close guard, and then the third time, it was like 12 minutes of us rolling, and it was pretty intense. I mean, we were really going at it, and I think I just gassed out, and he ended up getting me in a head and arm triangle.
Yeah.
So
It sounded like the third one was like the official first match, because the
yes,
first two, like,
yes,
you're still not somewhat
yeah,
trained, but the third one, like you said, it got intense. It was a 12 minute
yeah.
bout. You know, it feels like the next one will be more intense than that.
Yeah, I think I can finally beat him now. And it really made me realize, like, I've been doing this for a couple of years,
Mm-hmm.
and he wrestled in high school, but other than that, he hasn't really done any formal training.
Mm-hmm.
So it made me kind of realize, like, dude, high school, like, wrestling is legit, dude. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you really look at what they do, and it
That's
made me
true.
kind of sad that we didn't have that at our
Oh yeah,
school.
that's true. Elkinson
Yeah, we
offered
didn't
that.
have yeah, we didn't have any wrestling because that's what I wanted to do. I in high school I wanted to wrestle,
Okay.
um, and I never got the opportunity to
Because we
because
never had
we
one.
didn't offer.
Were
Yeah.
there any wrestling? Well, I guess collegiate wrestling it will be referred to. Were there any schools near us, or is it no? Right?
I'm not I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah. I've,
I'm
I've
not entirely sure.
yeah. I mean, I've looked it up because of curiosity. There's some around, but it's like mostly out on the outside edges of Houston. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure no, like like there's one right next to my work. I'm surprised. I was like, oh, and it was owned by one of the biggest pro wrestlers of all time. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I never knew that, and it's like right there, right by my work. So that's pretty cool. Like that, your sergeant was the one that pretty much inspired you to like take up some combat sport training.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Really nice guy. I still hang with him all the time. He lives in Houston. And I still talk to him. And I
Just
hang out with
a
him.
just
Pretty
a little bit
frequently.
of a sprinkle of shit talk every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah. It's for good shit talk.
Yeah.
That's right. So I wanted to thank you for getting me on Game Pass, man. I know
Oh,
we talked a little
dude.
about that last time, and
Yes.
it has been really nice.
You
Um,
mentioned that you saw some of the games you wanted to play. Which games were they?
so Dead Cells, I started playing Dead Cells. It's
Oh,
a lot
good
of fun.
good game.
I've heard really good things about it, and I've never really liked roguelikes until I started playing Hades. Hades is really good, which is also coming to Game Pass next month, I think.
Okay, I thought it was on
Um,
Game Pass. I guess I saw it.
no, it's coming. Yes, not in July, in August. So it's
In
coming
August.
August
Okay.
13th.
Hey, perfect. I don't
Uh,
know. Might play it then.
so that, dude, that is a. I put a lot of hours into that game. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of fun. I had a blast beating that game. So Hades kind of got me into roguelikes. And so I decided to give Dead Cells a shot, but I didn't want to pay the $24 for it. It didn't seem like it could be worth that much.
Yeah.
Despite me loving Hades as much as I did, it didn't feel like it could be worth $24. But it is. It's a great game.
Mm-hmm.
I started playing Streets of Rage 4,
I
which
was
is
interested
like
in that game too.
yeah, it's like
Yes.
a side scroll brawler,
Mm-hmm.
and that's okay. I was like, okay, this is interesting, this is fun, but I feel like they could have done maybe something with the combo mechanics or something like that.
Maybe.
I feel like the fighting was very superficial,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that, like, if I was just an inch too high over my opponent, it wouldn't hit, even though it looked
Oh,
right in front of
really?
him. The hitboxes felt kind of weird to me. That's just my opinion. I could just be really bad at the game.
I
Um,
haven't played side scroll beat 'em up in a long, long time.
yeah, dude, what year is this? 1993,
Right? It's
So,
been a
but
long
it
while.
did look fun. It looked like a really nice game. The art style is really, really nice for it.
Mm-hmm.
I did appreciate the art. The enemies were cool. I thought they were very unique and original.
Okay.
But it wasn't for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was originally planning on buying it, and I'm glad I didn't.
Hey,
I'm
great.
glad I didn't get it.
Yeah, you know what? Game Pass. That's what Game Pass is for, giving you opportunities to try out games you might think it's good. End up not being your kind of
Yes.
games. What else
Uh,
did you have your sights on? I know I think all of Yakuza is on there
yes.
too. So
Yeah,
that
all
that
of
was
Yakuza's on there.
that one I
All
was
of
kind of
Yakuza's on there.
interested too, especially how much I've heard how good. What was it? The latest one, Waking the Dragon, whatever. The most
Uh,
recent one, Yakuza.
I I'm not sure. I've never really actually kept up with the Yakuza series, but since they're on here, I'm gonna check them out because I have heard incredible things about it.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the other games that I'm interested in are Titanfall 2, that they
Oh,
have
okay.
on here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Um, they also have the Halo series. They have the Master Chief Edition of the Halo series.
I'm on Halo 3 at the
And
moment. I just finished Halo 2 recently.
I love Skyrim so much that I could never bring myself to buy it. because I love Skyrim so much, and I just know once I start playing it, I'm just gonna get hooked on it all over
And
again.
guess
So
what's on Game Pass?
yeah, Skyrim. The Mass Effect series, I've heard amazing things about,
Yeah, I've
so
never
I'm
I've
excited for
never
that.
played it. I played a little bit of Andromeda and the first one. But I wanted control. I feel like that game is better with controllers rather than keyboard and mouse. So I'm gonna try it again with I have the games. Well, not except for 3.
Do you have the Legendary Edition? I was
No.
thinking about getting the Legendary Edition for it.
Yeah,
I did not want to play the old version. Like, I want to get the Legendary Edition for it. So
that's true.
I think I might hold off a little bit and just buy the Legendary Edition instead of downloading the older versions from Game Pass.
Whenever it goes on
Um,
sale. Yeah, that's true.
yeah, but I have time. I mean, I have
Yeah.
100 other games that I want to beat
Oh yeah.
right now,
Hmm.
and that's excluding the things that are going to come out. Um, they have a lot of the Final Fantasy games, so Final Fantasy X is
Oh
on there, and
yes.
Final Fantasy 12 is on there.
I thought
Dragon Age,
they have 9 there as well and 8, and 7 actually. I remember 7 now.
yeah, I probably won't play the older ones. I really liked 12 and 10. I like those games a lot.
I heard 10 was really good, and I've
10 is
never
really
played it.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
10 is really good. 10's a lot of fun. Right now, I'm currently beating Dragon Quest 11. And then probably after, as soon as I'm done Dragon Quest 11, if I'm still kind of in the Dragon Quest mood, my next immediate move is going to be to Dragon Quest Builders 2. So, which is like a Minecraft building kind
Yeah.
of Dragon Quest game. It's a really interesting concept. But Dragon Quest 11 has been a lot of fun. I put 20 hours into it in the past couple of days, maybe in the week or so. And every time I play, I feel like I can't put it down. So that has been a really, really good experience. If you can't tell, I really like RPGs. I really like JRPGs. They are a lot of fun for me.
RPGs are
So
fun, and the reason why I like RPGs is like you can stop anytime, without feeling like you lost progress.
yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah,
of course, if you play RPG, you will definitely lose track of time.
yeah.
Next thing you know, it's like 5 in the morning, and we're like, I have work in an hour. Fuck, which happened to me before,
You
unfortunately.
know, I never thought that I'd be the kind of person that enjoyed grindy games. But as I've gotten older, the grind is fine for me now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like my favorite game series of all time is the Monster Hunter series, and that's the grindiest game of all time.
Honestly, though, I would say so as well. I like.
Yeah, I
I
mean
mean, I mentioned before that I only played the beta, but from what I've heard from Monster Hunter, they put hours upon hours,
yeah,
you
man,
know,
hundreds of
just
hours.
to get like
Uh,
some of the best garbs, best weapons.
and I was really disappointed with Monster Hunter Rise. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like the game that they put out. The combat was fun; it felt very fluid, but I think adding that much fluidity to every weapon made each weapon feel less unique a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, so I was really disappointed with that, and just the lack of monsters didn't feel very good. That being said, I mean I still got like 70 something hours out of that game, and that's
A
the
lot.
least amount of hours. Yeah, I mean any other game you'd be happy and be like, oh, I got 70 hours out of this game. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's a good amount of content. And most games you get anywhere between like 20 and 30. Like I played Nier Automata, beautiful world, great combat, great game. And by the end of 30 hours, I was like, all right, I am ready for actually maybe like 40. By the end of 40 hours, we'll say, I was like, all right, I'm ready for this game to end. Like
Mm-hmm.
this game is a lot of fun, but I want to get to the end of the story. I'm over doing the same thing over and over again. But with Monster Hunter, 80 hours in, and I'm still just like, I mean, I could grind it out for another 10 hours. Um, but with Rise, I think it felt a little less. The grind felt a little less fun than all the other Monster Hunter games.
Mm.
So
Have you ever played the handheld ones? I know
yeah,
they had like a handled the DS. What was it? 3DS Monster Hunter
yeah,
game.
they had 4U and generations for the 3DS.
Okay, that's the one I've
I have played,
seen.
yeah, I played both of them. 4U was my first Monster Hunter game. Three came out for the Wii U, and I did not play that one. I never got a Wii U because who got a Wii U? Nobody did.
Only a Wii U will get a Wii U.
Yeah, nobody got a Wii U. I actually played the very first Monster Hunter game on PlayStation 2 um, forever ago, but not very much. And I remember like I played for maybe an hour or two at a cousin's house that I spent the night at.
Mm-hmm.
And then whenever I saw it in stores, I saw For You in stores. I was like, Monster Hunter, I remember this. So I ended up getting it.
Did
But
did, did playing on a handheld versus playing on a PS2 versus the modern Monster Hunter where it can be played with co-op and such. Did that feel too different from that varies from game to game, or did it kind of still have that same feeling to it? I guess gameplay wise, mechanics and all.
So for me, my favorite Monster Hunters were For You for the 3DS and Generations Ultimate for the Switch. Which I think Generations Ultimate came out for the 3DS, I want to say, in
Yeah,
Japan, and they
yeah.
released it on the Switch. So they had the same graphics engine, I'm pretty sure. Um, Despite the graphics not being incredible,
Mm-hmm.
I thought those were the most fun gameplay. And then World came out, and it was just like the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. Like whenever I first started playing World, I like could not get over how beautiful they made the Monster Hunter universe.
Yeah.
It was multi-layered. I mean, monsters had like texture and the weapons had great particle effects, and it was incredible and beautiful. And Monster Hunter World was a lot of fun, but there was something to the simplicity, I think, of the handheld versions that maybe didn't transfer over as well,
Mm-hmm.
and that became even more so after the clutch claw mechanic came out in Iceborne, and they, you know,
That's the
I think
DLC, right? Or
more.
was it an expansion?
Yes, yeah, it's an expansion. I mean, it's like a full game expansion,
Okay.
but I think the more that you try to streamline something, it starts to lose a little bit of what makes it unique.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with World and even more so with Rise, it lost a lot of its uniqueness because of it. So it the 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 console versions are beautiful, but I think the handheld versions were more unique.
Okay. Okay. What other games were you that got your interest in the Game Pass?
That's pretty much it, man. I think I
Okay.
kind of listed off and like I listed off quite a few games.
Yeah.
I'm not a racer person. Um, I might try out what's it called? There's a couch co-op that they have. Give me a second. Uh,
Yeah, they have a lot of games. Plus, honestly, the only critique I have is fix the damn menu.
I think the menu is fine. I like the interface. I think it's
No, I
really
mean
nice.
like if you go to all games,
Oh yes, it won't load.
it
Yes.
won't load all of the games. It will only load a little bit of it. Then you have to back out and come back in to load more. It,
Yes.
it was just annoying for me. That, that
I
that's
I
the
agree
only
with it.
that's the only critique I want them to fix. But other than that, like you said, the menus are fine. It's really user friendly, I would say, and it's just easy to access around things. It's just that
I
game menu is weird.
I agree. That is something that I do wish they would fix, but I don't look at the games often enough
Yeah.
to for it to bother me.
hmm
So,
For me,
but
I'm just
I
like
think its
constantly.
interface is really nice.
Yeah.
I think once they kind of start to, I think this $1 deal is going to get a lot of people interested. I've already been talking to a lot of people about it, so I think once they get a little bit more interest going into this, then they're going to be more willing to spend time and money and
Yeah.
effort making it really,
Oh, just
really
a
nice.
heads up. It turns into $10 after a certain amount of months.
No, I'm well aware. It's 3
Okay.
months, but let's say I get
I mean,
I mean,
what was like ten
yeah.
bucks for like 100,000, like hundreds of games.
And my thing is, I probably spend more than that on a monthly basis on games that I don't ever end up playing. Like
Exactly.
I waited for Red Dead Redemption 2 to go on sale. It was like $50 is the lowest it ever went, and I bought it, and I was like, well, this is the most amount of money I'm gonna save on it. And then I played it, and I hated it. I hated Red Dead Redemption 2. Maybe I didn't give it enough a chance because it is the most talked about game of all time.
Yeah.
But I hated that game. I thought it was so boring, and I'm kind
Mm.
of pissed off that I spent $50 on it.
Mhm.
So I think the fact that it'll probably keep me entertained without having me spend a ton of money.
Yeah.
Not only that, but having a smaller selection of games to choose from is actually kind of nice, because there's this thing where like I go on Steam and I'll see all these games and I just don't know which one to pick, so I don't end up playing any of them.
Yeah. Because you're like, okay, I
Or
have some money to spend on one game, then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know what that game is. You're just scrolling,
or
scrolling, and scrolling.
yes, so that's one of my problems is I'll be like, all right, I have, I could spend a couple whatever amount of money.
Yeah.
Or the problem is that I'll go and I'll buy like 10 games, and then I'll have just 10 games on my desktop, and I won't play any of them.
Yep, that was my biggest problem when I first started. I have 200 games on my Steam library only because I abused the power of Humble Bundle. This is not sponsored by them. But back then, you can pay for $1. You can only just pay $1. They have a minimum of $1, and then you can get games, like let's say 6, 7 games for $1. Some of them are well known, some of them are not. But I just abused that. I got most of, like, literally the first 2 years I started playing like PC games. It was mostly from Humble Bundle. Like all my games are from Humble Bundle, and then slowly but surely gain over time. I didn't really buy much. I was more into the MOBAs, the free to play stuff. So I didn't really have to buy games that often. I'm fine with grinding out RPG games because,
So
like
are
you,
you a Smite player, a League
I
player,
am
a Dota player?
I was a Smite player. That ended long, long ago. I don't play it as often, but I try to keep up with the game still and see how much it changed. Some gods are still OP, even though they've said they've nerfed them. They've also released new gods, some cool gods that I it's making me wanna make a small comeback just to test them out. But for now, my interest with MOBAs is too toxic, so I don't want to go back to that state of mind. And I did once, and I was like, not never again. My buddies tried to get me back into CS:GO. I was like, nah, that game sucks. I hate it. Good luck trying to convince me to play CS:GO once again. That or
I
Valorant.
I tried the CS:GO thing for a little while, right when I first made this computer, and it was okay. I mean, it was fun,
It
but
was fun. It
not for
was,
me.
yeah. It's not for me. I did spend a lot of money on it because the whole knife fab. Some people can get $800 worth of items. There was a time my buddies would literally switch accounts. Like, let's say I have a friend who went on a vacation. He was like, "Hey, can you keep my rank up?" He'll send it to, like, he'll give his Steam account to one of our buddies. He'll keep it up. And then there was that one incident where our buddy got $100 skin on his account, on
On the other guy's
the
account,
other
yeah.
guy's account, and so there was a dispute. Who owned the skin? Is it the other guy who owns the account, or the guy who played the
Got
account?
this good.
Yeah, so it's like
Oh, oh.
it was
I'm
hilarious,
gonna have to go with I'll have to go with the guy who owned the account.
right?
That's my opinion. If he owned the account, you're doing him a solid.
Hmm.
Hey, you got him a skin. Like,
Yeah, there you go. I'm pretty sure they don't listen to it, but it's okay. They know what they did. The guy who got the skin for him took it and sold it and bought a game, and then he found out, and he was like, "Okay, you owe me a game or something." I forgot the stipulation, but I remember I just jumped back into the call and they were like, "Yo, where's my skin at? Where's my $100 skin?" And there's like, "I sold it." I was like, "Wait, what? This guy sold $100 skin that was his? What?" But yeah, that's another reason why I stopped playing CS:GO, because money went to opening crates and boxes and then selling them off as soon as I can. My most was like a $60 worth of
Hey,
like.
give me 1 second. My headset's actually about to die. So
Alrighty, good sir. Be right back.
look at me like a fucking Neanderthal with these wires hanging off my head.
Hey, I have worse.
Oof, that's rough.
Hilariously enough, it's long enough where it doesn't really bother me, because I can
Yeah, I
get
mean
get to my lamp, get to my other computer without problem. But yeah,
that's
wireless is nice.
that's how it is with my controller. My controller's wired. I don't have it hooked right now 'cause it's going to the webcam, but my controller's wired, and so
Yeah, same.
uh, it's nice. It's convenient, and then whenever I don't want to play wired, I just switch over to my PlayStation controller.
There we go. Yeah, I have just I'm a wired guy. Even though I need to work on my cable management. My cable
Yeah, I don't,
management is terrible. Every time I think I can manage my cables properly, I would just look. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm just like not impressed. It could have been better.
yeah, I don't even have a real desk, so
I have a picnic table.
yeah, me too.
I mean, hey, somewhere to put it is somewhere to put it. I'm fine with
So,
it.
um, what were we talking about before we got interrupted by my headphones?
Dude, you're asking the wrong guy. I can barely remember what happened 3 minutes ago.
Cool. So we're gonna have this like weird,
Segue,
abrupt,
yeah.
yeah, just like jump into a midway into a new conversation.
Well, we were
Uh,
talking about PC gaming.
yeah, I
See,
say,
the last thing I remember was you talking about Monster Hunter. So that's like probably way more
along the
than, yeah,
lines.
but
Yeah.
not. It wasn't the last thing we talked about.
Speaking of, before we start, I am really tired today. I am really trying to be a trooper here, but I don't think I can make it the full 2 hours this time.
Hey, no problem, no problem. You know, this is just like a more like a. If we can do 2 hours, we can do 2 hours. But if once you're like, it- just let me know. Like, all right, man, I'm tired, I'm beat. Boom.
Yeah.
Hey, man, no problem with that. You know.
Yeah, I did enjoy
Yeah,
our
I'm
conversation
I'm
last
I'm
time.
still upset about that. My bad about that. It's because of this. I need a new pair of headphones that doesn't include this, because I have this decent ass mic for like $20 from Amazon.
So we can start there if you want to start recording.
There we go. I mean, I've
We
been
can talk
recording. We have
about.
like some sort of B-roll here.
Okay, cool. Have you ever considered maybe just switching over to audiophile headphones?
No, actually. I
So depending on whatever your budget is, you could just the gaming headset thing is it's a scam.
Yeah,
Um, they get away with charging $200 for $50 headphones because it has a microphone attached to it.
yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
this one's actually 70, I believe.
yeah,
It's like double
yeah.
digits. It wasn't too expensive, but yeah, I
So
understand. Yeah.
I mean, you realistically paid $70 for probably $20 quality headphones.
Mhm.
And you probably get like the pseudo surround sound, whatever it is, but your sound quality is just not what it could be.
Mhm.
So my recommendation to you would be if you're sticking to wires, especially if you are
Most
committed to
likely not.
wires, well, if the wires don't bother you,
Yeah.
it'll be really beneficial to you to switch over to some true audiophile headphones. Get yourself a nice DAC amp combination. Your
Oh
DAC
yeah.
amp will usually cost like about $100,
Mhm.
and then that's going to power your headphones. And then get yourself some nice like Sennheiser headphones.
Mhm.
They're going to cost you probably around $400, but the sound quality that you're going to get from it is going to be miles and miles and miles beyond anything you've ever experienced before.
Yeah, I guess I could put that as one of my next. I won't say project, more like I guess on the wish list, because my next thing on my wish list was Elgato, so I can
I gotta.
yeah, so I can stream like console games, like
Oh,
because I
yeah.
wanna stream I want to replay, and I want to pretty much stream the entirety of Kingdom Hearts.
You know the entirety of Kingdom Hearts is on PC, right?
Yes, but why buy it when I already have it all for
Okay,
PS3, PS3,
that's fair.
PS4. Yeah, that's the only
Well,
reason.
okay. Oh, wait, slow down there, cowboy. So think about it this way: you can buy the capture device that's going to cost you $100,
Yeah,
or you can buy the games that'll probably cost you $100. So
that's
either
true.
way, money's going to be spent.
Yeah, yeah. No, but there are other games I wanna play on consoles that I don't have. I have the Sly Cooper games on my like the collection for my PS3.
PS2,
No,
PS3.
PS3. Yeah,
Okay.
it just came with the second PS3 I bought because the first one broke. There are like I said, I
Sly
have the
Cooper.
entirety of Uncharted, the original Uncharted games. I have the all pretty much all Assassin's Creed games on PS3 and PS4. So I want to go one day go through all of that one day.
Wow.
Yeah,
That no part of me wants to play old games, which is sad. I mean, we talked last time about how I'm kind of a graphics slut. I
yeah,
like nice graphics.
yeah,
I like my games to feel new, you know?
yeah. I mean,
It's the reason why
you
I
got
spent $1,000 on a graphics card because I like my graphics to be incredible.
beautiful
And playing on a PlayStation 3 just makes me want to
quality
like,
vomit.
you know.
Well, for me, it's
It,
more like the nostalgia. I used to play it when I was a kid. Like I played Assassin's Creed 2 6 times already
that's
on
insane.
PS3. So
That's a long game.
yeah, and mind you, almost all of my save files were at over 95% completion.
We talked a little bit last time about like how much of a completionist you are, and I don't have that in me. No part of me. It's crazy. As much as I love gaming, I don't like spending that much time on one game.
For
Like
me,
I can't just want to complete a game. Like completion is complete a game.
hmm
I don't want to find the treasures. I don't care about the trophies. You know.
yeah, I think it's because when I was a kid, I didn't really like. I can't really ask my parents all the time, like, "Hey, I want this game," or "I want this new game." So I get to play the same games over and over, and I guess that's really the reason why I can be a completionist because I have the patience with playing games. But I would say this: one of the biggest factors on that was me playing Final Fantasy VII, reaching max level on a materia called Knights of the Round, which everyone knows takes a shitload of
Uh,
time
yeah.
because you gotta get it five stars on it. 5 stars means it's the max level, and then beat the final boss with that at max and everything. It's so oh man, that was probably probably close to maybe 500 hours of grinding.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's insane,
and
man.
that's from the start, like max level, like that's the start from level 1 summon materia to max level summon materia, at least 500 hours, I would say.
So I think grinding for the sake of acquiring something new is different than like trophy seeking, for example,
I
or like
mean,
mystery unlocking. You
yeah.
know, I don't want to. I don't care for finding every hidden dungeon. I would rather grind monsters and grind for a resource in order to
Hmm.
make something cool that's going to help me in the game.
Yeah.
But I think the problem for me with trying to complete games even that way is why would I spend 500 hours grinding out this weapon to beat the final boss when I could beat the final boss 500 hours sooner.
Yeah. No, it's more like I don't even know what to call it. But I just want to have that. It's not even a flex because you're already max level.
Yeah,
Your weapons are technically at the
max.
max level. You're summoning your spells and whatnot. But I don't know. I don't really understand my idea of 100%ing a game all the way through with max levels and shit. I don't know. I guess like I said, like I got used to playing the same game over and over and over until I get the next game. Then I'll play that same game over and over and over, and the cycle repeats. So I guess for me, um, I would say this. Even I kind of question it because I didn't even understand how fast I didn't believe how fast I beat it. But this 2018 Spider-Man game, oh, 3 days after release, 100%.
I believe it, man. That game was really short. That was a really short game.
That's true. That's true.
It was a really short game.
But like the bags, compared to the okay here. Okay, fine. Here's a more impressive one. The entirety of the Batman Arkham games, all Riddler trophies for all four main games.
Yeah, that's impressive because I
Especially
remember.
Knight. Knight has
Yeah,
the most bullshit Riddler trophy
trophy
system.
systems. Yeah.
Yeah, like you gotta
Uh,
race through the tracks and such. I'm like, and I nearly pulled all my hair out then, but I persevered through
so
sheer will.
I have only beat Arkham Asylum.
Hmm.
I've only beat the first one. But last time we spoke a little bit about, you asked me what got me into PC gaming. We talked about like RuneScape and MMOs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think for me, the thing that keeps me interested in games is this feeling of constant progression.
Hmm.
I always like, I care for like small, minuscule, um, this feeling of movement somewhere for a purpose.
Yeah.
So MMOs do a really good job. Well,
That's
some
true.
MMOs, I guess I'll say,
Yeah.
do a good job of that, right? The reason why you grind a dungeon is because you're hoping for this one specific drop. When you get that drop, you can grind the next dungeon, right?
Hmm.
Or you can do PvP better or whatever it may be. You're grinding for a reason, right? In RuneScape, the reason why I do this quest is because it awards me with farming experience or blah, or the reason why I chop wood for 8 hours a day, like it's a real job, is because I get to sell that wood so that I can
Yeah.
buy armor later on, and it's my fastest way of making money. It gave, those games always gave me a reason to grind. But trophies don't feel like
Yeah. Like.
either a grind or B, they don't feel like any form of progress.
Actually, I think I remember the Spider-Man trophies were not that hard to acquire. They like you can acquire as you go. That's why I was like into finishing it. The other one that I'm upset that I never got was Horizon. Oh, but only because my game glitched. The trophy was asking for this, like pretty much knocking over 23 training dummies. I went through every village and knocked out every training dummy. I even to this day I still can't get the trophy. If I can get that, like that's the only trophy I have for that game, and I have 100% the game. But for some reason my game is super glitched that I cannot go back
So,
and
so when you say 100%, you're talking about like a platinum trophy,
yes,
right? Wow,
yes,
that's insane, man.
yes.
I have never had any desire to
I
do that with
have
any game.
the next. Oh man, I've also nearly platinum World at War. I only didn't because there was one mission on the campaign that I can never pass because it was so hard on veteran. Like I've apparently to this day, well, people beat it then, but a lot of people have mentioned that blowtorch and corkscrew. I'm not sure if you played World War, but there was that one mission. Um, Apparently everyone remembers it as hard as shit. Grow like back when they first start playing it, and I was like, "Yep, okay." I'm happy it's not just me who's. I thought I was just being a little bitch, You
Yeah.
know, I thought it was me. I thought I just can't beat this one part. But yeah, apparently a lot of people said that. Yep, it's a difficult level no matter what. But yeah, I just another game that I nearly 100%. I think I actually platinumed God of War as well, the newest one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I played about 30 minutes of that game. Not because I didn't like it, but because I think I bought it maybe like right before I got my gaming PC,
I feel that. Yeah.
and I didn't want to play PS. Once I got my PC, I didn't want to play PS4.
The last PS4 game I played was Final Fantasy VII, and I'm happy
The
that
remake.
yeah remake, and I'm happy that the remake is also coming to PC because I don't care, I'm still gonna buy the game.
I'll probably buy it once it comes to PC.
Yeah, my friend nearly convinced me to wait a whole year and just wait for the PC drop, but now they're like it's rumored to come out on PC on Epic Games soon. So I was like, you, that's a tease. Make me want to go
Uh,
back, especially
yeah,
with computer graphics and
I
all.
I decided to wait. I decided to wait for it. Why would I play on a PS4 when I can play on an
Exactly,
RTX 3080? Why would I play
exactly.
a game at 30 frames per second when I could play it at 4K at 144 frames per
Oh,
second?
for me,
Doesn't
I told myself endure, Rainier, endure. That's how
That's
much
right.
I love my that growing up. That was my favorite game, like one of my favorite games of all time.
So did you manage to get a second 3070?
Yes, because my first one broke.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and I
And you
I
managed to buy a second one?
yes, it took me a while to recover from that fucking financial loss, but I'm currently I have someone paying me for it. I get like he bought it from me, but he couldn't pay the full price, so he's like doing increments. So I mean I told him yeah that's fine. As long as he's paying me, I'm fine with that.
For the broken one?
It's already like I had it returned to who's my brand? I don't MSI. I had it
Okay.
returned to get it fixed, RMA'd, and they I shit you not, the literally the day before I got it back, I was shit talking. I was like, man, I haven't heard shit from these people. You know, I looked it up. I didn't have. It's not.
Shipped or anything?
It doesn't say shipped. It doesn't say. It just says accepted. So I was like, okay, at least they got it. So that's probably another month or so. Next day, right there, sitting by my garage door, a box. I was like, oh, cool, I got a package. I open it up. I was like, hilariously enough, it's not the same box that I sent it out to. The box was a 2070 Super. I was like, what the fuck? Did they give me a 2070 Super for an exchange for a 3070?
370?
Then
That was tough.
dude, I was upset. I was like, what the fuck? What is this bullshit? Then I open it up. There's the card. I guess they just couldn't. They had like so many 2080s, 27 Super boxes lying around the warehouse they were in. I was like, oh cool, it's here, nice. And then right after that, I got a text message from the guy who wanted it. I was like, hey, you have anything? You heard anything from the people? I was like, you know what? I just got it back.
So did he pay you back like pretty much full price for what you paid for it, or
I you saw my post on Facebook. He was on my Facebook friends. He saw that it broke. If I was like, yeah, I'll give it to you for 800. You know, why pay 800 for a broken, for a broken graphics card?
card?
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I had him like pay like $600, I think. 500, $600. I was like, you know what? It's broken. It was broken. I don't want to rip you off and say, yeah, it's 700 for a repaired graphics
Card.
card. Even though if I didn't say anything on Facebook, maybe I would have said 800 or 700.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I was a bit of a loudmouth about it. I was super upset. I didn't think it through, so I was just like, yeah, 500, 600, yeah, you can buy it from me.
And
And
yeah, I mean, you recouped some of your price. So what card did you end up getting? Like, what card is in your machine now?
3070. It's the same. It's
Yeah.
literally the same brand, same same manufacturer, same supply, same model, whatever.
So
Yeah.
you have the Ventus, right?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Ventus
Ventus.
is a good card, man.
Hmm.
Yeah. I have an MSI too. I have the Supreme X.
I just don't like that MSI had like a tariff on theirs. You know, that's why they're so
Well,
expensive compared to the other.
I got mine before the tariff.
Oh, nice,
Yes.
nice.
So I paid 1050 for mine.
Yeah.
But I have the Supreme X. I have the nicest, the most overclocked one. With three cables going into it. So, but it's a beast of a card. It's humongous. I mean, you've seen my case, man.
Yeah.
It takes up like, look at this. It is insane. It takes up my entire case.
Dude,
This,
honestly, my when I forgot you helped me build my case. You know.
I did help you build yours.
Yeah, and you've seen how compact
Oh
my
yeah.
yeah. Like so, when I was like trying to get it to work, I was getting pissed off because I have like pretty chubby fingers, and I cannot.
I still don't know why you decided to go with an AIO inside of an ITX case.
That's
That blows my mind. That you went with an AIO in that. I would have gone a nice air cooling. I would have gone with the Cooler Master or like the Noctua. Um,
and
you know,
the
the Noctua NH12. Like that's what I would have done if I was doing the case that you are.
and you know what's the kicker? You know, the AO thing has lights on it, not RGB, but just regular. Like it has the infinite mirror thing, and
Oh
then
yeah.
my RAM are also RGB. But the kicker out of this, you can't even see them. So I was just like, I have like the tempered glass to as one of the panels, and I was just like, there's no point for me using the tempered glass side at all, because I don't see anything inside my case other than my fans going. That's it, you know. So I was just like, eh.
I I really like my case. I like the color scheme that I've gone with. I had it RGB, all rainbow before. It was unicorn vomit, but I've switched it to like white and blue, and it's been really
That was
nice.
that was this guy. He's white and blue.
Yeah.
All of his stuff, like the guy I was asking info about. I was like, hey man, help me build a computer. He was like, what's your color scheme? I was like, I want something blue, maybe white, because this is one of the cases that I was eyeing at. The other one was a blue and black, and a red and black. I was kind of going for a red and black, but I was like, I don't want to feel too edgy about my
Edgy,
computer.
so edgy.
I
Yeah.
want to feel like, like I don't know why I picked blue and white. I guess I felt like it feels like a very sci-fi esque feeling to it. So I was like,
Blue and
yeah,
black is
give me
edgy.
blue and white. Yeah, so that's
Um,
all of my all of pretty much all of my stuff. My mouse has a blue and white color scheme. My keyboard I can change it to blue to have a blue backlight, but RGB. You know.
Funny enough, I have my backlight here as purple on my mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, I
My
only
mouse and
have.
keyboard
Wait,
are
I can
purple.
change mine here. Yeah, I wish I can lift this up, but there we go. I can get this at least. Mine I can change it to.
Edgy.
Yeah,
So
no, I
I do it
actually
to RGB.
actually I got this for free. An old friend of mine was like, "Hey, anyone want a mouse?" I was like, "I do," because I have this this one. This one's actually not bad. I actually like this more than this because
GB, dude.
like look at the if I yeah, there we go. Like it's wide. Oops. It's a wide mouse, and I kind of don't like it. You know, it
So
felt weird. It feels weird most of the time.
I think my next investment is I'm torn, right? I have a couple different ways that I can go. I think I either want to do like a nice wireless keyboard and mouse, and get like a 60% tactical keyboard
60%.
uh, with well, you were the one telling me about 60% keyboards.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I looked into them, and they're really nice. I'm still undecided, but I'm thinking either that or get the same mouse that I have, the Lightspeed version but wireless, with the Logitech TK915. But that's like $400 or $300 in mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
And I want to get like the Bitwit or the Linus Tech Tips, the long mouse pad.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either that or I invest all that money into really nice audiophile speakers. Yeah,
Ooh.
I mean, my keyboard and mouse work, but my speakers also kind of work.
But but quality wise. Oh, okay. I was going to say quality wise. Yeah.
I mean, the quality that comes out of my speakers is not bad, but I originally was like, I got really cheap speakers because I told myself, I was like, well, I'm going to play because, these are expensive headphones.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm going to play mostly with my headphones. I'm buying nice headphones because I want to enjoy good quality audio experience through my headphones, right? And then I started playing games and I was like, I fucking hate wearing things on my head. I don't want to put these on.
Especially,
I don't play multiplayer games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they get hot. My ears get hot.
And then it gets it feels like it's crushing them after a long period of time.
And the clamp force on these is not that big. Like, these are very loose headphones. Like, it does not take much to, these are very loose fitting headphones. So much so that I'm pretty sure I could like shake them off if I tried to. But I still hate it. I still hate the feeling of wearing headphones, despite how good the sound quality is. So I play everything out of my speakers. In fact, like my TV, when I play video games on my TV, the sound still comes out of my speakers instead of my TV speakers. So I'm thinking maybe maybe I just spend $500 on speakers,
Yeah, get bigger speakers. For me, my speakers went from literal, like you see right here. That guy.
I see those.
That guy. Those are shit. I got that for like $20. Because that's a
TV. They look like $20 speakers.
Yes, they are. They just have like a real scroll behind one of them. But yeah, my monitors were TV monitors. But the sound quality is so quiet. So I was like, I'm going to buy speakers because there's no way I'm going to not like wear these just to watch movies. Movies and games. I would wear it for games. If I want to play games, since I'm more like a multiplayer game kind of guy too. But I was like, I will not wear a headphones for a 2-3 hour movie. Even though I play 4 hours worth of gaming, I like it off.
Well, yeah, but you communicate with your headphones.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
I don't, dude. Yeah. I am enjoying most of the time. I'm enjoying like background music from the games. So I don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
That being said, I'll put these on whenever I'm playing a game where I'm communicating with people. But that's so infrequent.
Yeah, but when I got my monitor ultra wide, I forgot the brand. Acer, ultra wide, 4K, 144 hertz. It's a big. This is like.
Wait, 4K, 144 hertz?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's 4K and not 1440p?
No, wait, my bad. It is 1440p. My bad.
I don't think they make 4K 144 hertz ultra wide yet.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a thing yet.
Let me double check. But all I remember is like it can run 4K games and it looks beautiful. I bought it sometime. Here we go. Let's see this item.
It's probably 3440 by 1440. Is my assumption.
Yeah. It's 3440 by 1440. Yeah, 34-inch, pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah,
I did the whole ultra wide thing and I didn't like it.
Damn. I get it. We talked about it before.
Yeah.
It's just that some games aren't supported by it and such, and kind of ruins
So, I've actually become quite the LG fanboy.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really cared about LG, but my monitor, it's 2560 by 1440. It's flat. It's 32 inches, so it's a pretty decent flat monitor. It's pretty much the size of a TV. and like looking at it compared to like my 4K TV, like it's a pretty good size. So the quality of it is just really easy. They have this like simple setup technology that made LG I think has done a really good job with their panels.
Mm-hmm.
And then whenever I went to get my TV, I decided to go LG as well, as opposed to the Sony OLED. Although I do like Sony a lot, LG just makes really really good quality stuff. Not only that, but the TV is G-Sync compatible.
Yeah.
Or it's a G-Sync certified, which is different than G-Sync compatible. So it's G-Sync certified, and it's 120 hertz, 4K TV. So it's really nice. I mean, it provides a kind of incredible gaming experience that
Yeah.
I don't think any other panel could provide.
Yeah, for me, this was my most recent heavy investment. This monitor. This was like a $450 monitor, and I was like,
Yeah, sounds about right.
yeah, it's. I want to say it's well worth my money.
Yeah, it's a
It's so much better. I love it way more than my. I think my monitors are 24 inches. No, like it's up to date, no screen tearing. It's more than 60 hertz of a refresh rate. It's a lot smoother. I like. I watched some movies on here, like 4K movies. They all look beautiful, man. What if I watch it on my monitor here, like my regular monitor? It's not quite the same.
Well, that's interesting because you would think a 24-inch at 1080p would have a PPI the same as 34-inch ultra wide at 1440. In fact, I'm gonna do that research, right? Because PPI is really what matters the most.
Yeah.
PPI.
All I know is just that, like, I can tell the difference a lot. Like the quality is more noticeable. I would say. I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I liked it. I love this monitor. But I do agree that sometimes having a like certain games are limited to just like the regular 16 by 9, 16 by 10 setups compared to
So
my setup.
your current monitor has a PPI of 109.6 pixels,
Yeah.
and then your old one.
My old one is also an Acer, hilariously enough.
Oh, 81. Yeah, it's quite a bit smaller. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see. Mine is 5. Nah. So my monitor has a PPI of less than yours.
I had
That's
a
crazy.
I had a friend who sent me a link to a LG monitor. This one is a 1440 monitor, 21 by 9, and 144 hertz. It was like a grand. I was like, "You're shitting me, right? I am not buying that monitor."
Yeah, I've seen it because it's an IPS panel. That's why yours is
Mm-hmm.
probably a VA.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, my monitor.
Yeah,
It's an IPS gaming monitor as well.
it's IPS.
Yeah.
Send me the link to that monitor.
Honestly, I gotta go through my computer because I do not know how to link shit from the Amazon app. Hilariously
Just
enough.
send, just send it to me. Oh, like from your phone? You don't know how to
Yeah,
do it from your phone?
yeah, I don't. For some reason, I just can't. I mean, I'm using the Amazon app. That's why. So
Wow, I am surprised. My 4K TV only has an PPI of 80 pixels per inch. That's crazy. But I guess I'm also doing it I mean, I'm much closer to my monitor than I am to my TV.
yeah.
So it doesn't really matter
Mm-hmm.
all that much.
$450 was the price. I mean, there's a used one at the moment for $420, I guess. But yeah, that's the monitor
Wow.
I use.
You were right, man. That's crazy. It's an IPS panel with FreeSync 144 hertz. You got yourself a fucking incredible panel.
hmm
HDR10.
It's a beautiful
Wow.
monitor. Like,
Yeah.
I told my buddy, he was like, anything below 500, I'll take it. And he was like, here's the first link. If I want to go spend a little bit more, here's a $500 one. And I was just like, I'll buy the 450. And I was like, ever
Dude,
since it
yeah.
came in, I was just like, this is a thing of beauty. Like, all my games look so smooth. And it, like, I have the 3070. And like you, I'm a graphics slut. And I need my graphics to be amazing. So I don't
Yeah.
want it screen tearing every 5 seconds. I don't want to be stuck at 60 FPS. I want to have a refresh rate higher than that or something like that. Yeah, so I was like, I need a new monitor because the last time I bought a monitor, which is this bad boy right here, it's I just bought it without looking up what I want. So and it was like a $200 monitor. So I was like, that's fine by me. So yeah, I'm really happy with this monitor of mine, and it's adjustable. And it came with a stand. The other one came with a stand, but it's not. I can't adjust it, so I gotta what you call it, improvise with a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh boxes here.
Dude, it really, honestly, I'm really impressed. Yeah, I'm really impressed. That's a really nice monitor that you guys up there, man. I'm a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I mean, oh, I told myself if I'm gonna get a new computer, it'll be top notch. It's gonna survive for a
Uh,
long while. Like this guy. This guy is turning 6 this coming August, actually, in a
you
month.
still use it at all?
Whenever I edit videos, because it has
Okay.
the software, Vegas Pro,
Hmm.
and for some reason, I cannot find the download anymore, so I cannot put it on this computer.
Computer.
But I'm fine with that because that means I get, more things. I at least have an excuse to use the old computer.
It's almost sad. Like I feel almost sad knowing that in 6 years I'm gonna replace everything. Like everything in this computer that I put so much money and work and effort into is gonna be useless.
Well, that depends on the games you play, though,
I mean,
because
graphics slut.
that's true. That's true. I keep
So
forgetting that you're not like, you.
I'm not gonna be playing CS:GO. I can promise you that.
No, I was gonna say like for me, I can. Most of the games I play can still be run by that guy. You know,
Yeah.
but
So
which I'm surprised about, honestly.
speaking of CS:GO, Battlefield 2042.
I haven't seen anything about it. I thought it will
Nothing
have mechs.
really.
Yes.
Oh
But I
man.
am gonna play it. I'm gonna see if I will get it. I'm not. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna come to Game Pass right off the bat. So I'll probably buy it. But yeah.
Uh, I
Um.
mean, Battlefield is what got me into like Battlefield's the only shooting game I've ever played. Battlefield Bad Company 2 is like the one shooting game that I was just absolutely in love with. And I guess as a result of that, Battlefield 3 also. But Battlefield 3 is supposed to be the best Battlefield to ever come out. So I'm
Um.
really excited about
For
2042.
me, my only
That,
Battlefield games were Hardline. A little bit. I played a little bit of 4. But my computer wasn't amazing, so
up to date.
so I didn't really get to try it out completely. Um, what was it? I played Hardline on Xbox with my roommate. And Battlefield 1 on
Okay.
PS4 with my buddies. I never bought it, but my buddies and I will trade. While we're hanging
Yeah.
out and such. So that was pretty fun. I liked it. I got really used to the sniping. I found. I mean, sniping in that game is fun. As
Dude.
much as boring as it sounds like, laying down, finding, making sure you find a good spot. You see everyone. The satisfaction of all your hits. Battlefield is one of the games that or actually, EA games have that bullet drop, because even
Yes.
Apex has the bullet drop, which I forgot. When I back when I played like Call of Duty, and I
There
forgot there was a bullet drop. I was like, oh, it's an EA game. Of course, there's a bullet drop. Fuck.
So in Bad Company 2, there was a bullet drop with rifles, but there was no bullet drop for pistols.
Oh.
So keep that in mind. So what we would do is we would pull out our rifles, we would zoom in on their head, we would switch out to the pistol, and it would be a headshot every time. And it was so cool to snipe somebody from an ungodly distance with a pistol.
It reminds me of those clips from Battlefield 3 where people will use slugs for the shotgun and
Yes.
still
Yes.
get
And snipe
headshots.
people across. Yes.
Not just
Yes.
across the map, on top of buildings or
Yeah,
fighting just.
man.
I'm like, science wise, that doesn't make sense, but god damn, that's OP. Like,
Yeah,
that is
man.
just ridiculous, man.
That's what we used to do back then, dude.
Uh,
So that,
yeah.
I'm not a nostalgia person. I don't really care about nostalgia.
Yeah.
If I have nostalgia for something and I watch it and it sucks, I'm gonna say it sucks. I'm gonna be like, what was I thinking when I was 5? 5-year-old Eric must have been stupid. So I don't really care about that. But this is something that I think is going to have the perfect mixture of nostalgia and quality.
I hope so, because I was kind of upset before, because when I found out they didn't have mechs, because I mixed up the title with the Battlefield 2142, which is I'm not sure if it's the same people or anything. It's been a long while. I remember seeing gameplay of it, and you can see people in mechs fighting. So I was like, yo, if 2042 has that same mechs, I would.
No.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, oh no, but from what I've heard, it still has that like I won't say futuristic mechanic, but like somewhat modern, like modern
Yes.
day equipment
Yeah.
and such. So I was like, okay, at least it's not. I'm not a. I like World War II and World War One as history topics, but in my opinion, I
I'm
like.
over their games. Yes.
Yes, I'm just like I'll play Battlefield 3 or 4,
Yeah.
but or Hardline even, but you will probably not see me play 1 or
World War
5.
One
I didn't even
shooter.
I still haven't even played 5. I was just like, I don't care about 5.
And the same thing happened with Bad Company 2 for me personally. Is it was Bad Company 2, and then they came out Bad Company 2 Vietnam.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
the Vietnam one was fun. I mean, shooting people with flamethrowers was fun and all, but it still wasn't the same. Like
Yeah.
original Bad Company 2 was much more fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, I cannot like, even in Call of Duty, I don't like. First, I like World at War, which was World War II setting. But I didn't like Black Ops because I want the pew pew guns. So Black Ops 2, I enjoyed multiplayer a lot more. I was really heavy invested on it because he has that modern slash futuristic looks on the guns. And I'm more of a sci-fi guy more than like those middle aged stories, fantasies, and such. So I like super high tech weaponry like the lightsaber or
Yeah.
sonic screwdriver from Doctor Who and such. I find, or those blasters from Star Trek. Those for me are like great ideas. And then Harry Potter has the here's some spells, and I'm like, I mean, it's cool. It's still a cool
But
thing.
it's
It's magic, but
yeah.
it's not the same as sci-fi and such.
Did you play Doom?
Which one?
Either the new one.
The new
The
ones.
two-
I've only played the original Doom. Hilariously enough, I just bought the game for PC during the sale. I was like, oh, cool, sweet! It was $5. I think it was $5. I
The
bought
first one or the second one?
the first one because
Doom or Doom?
yeah, the first Doom, I bought it because Doom Eternal was on Game Pass. So I was like, no need to buy Eternal if I have it already.
You should have just stuck with Eternal. But I mean, I heard they're both fun. I have Doom Eternal. I didn't beat it.
I heard it's
It
more
was really hard.
fan. The only reason why I want to replace the I think 2016 one, the first one, was because if I heard that if I go to Eternal right off the bat, I will and go back to playing that one, I will feel really slow because apparently Eternal is much more fast paced. Uh,
Dude, it is so hard. It's so fast paced. It's very difficult. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not talented enough for that game.
I
And I play like on one of the easiest difficulties, and I was talking about that on
oh
like
yeah.
the Reddit page. And it was like, oh, you gotta play Nightmare Mode 7 to have the most fun. And I was like, I can barely, it's hard as it is. I'm dying so much on easy mode.
For me, I play normal mode and I still agree.
Yeah.
I remember like earlier I am a perfectionist and Doom 2016 actually has some pretty easy trophies to do. But as I was going through the list, I see beat the game on nightmare mode. I was like, ha, not gonna 100% this game anymore. And that was me
Well,
on the first level. That was me on first level. I was like, that's not gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. I'm not gonna play this game on the hardest difficulty and still have fun. I would
yeah.
probably blow my brains out before I can even
Yeah, seriously.
like reach the
Um,
halfway point.
Dude, it's. I mean, and if Doom Eternal is more fast paced, I can't even imagine. Like
Yeah.
it is. It's just I like playing with mouse and keyboard, and I was just like I couldn't hit buttons fast. I couldn't switch between weapons fast enough. I felt useless. I was like, switch. I don't want this gun. I want this one. I was like, which button was the hotkey for that gun?
Yeah.
Because every monster has a different gun that's its weakness. So you're switching between guns constantly,
Oh
constantly,
my god,
constantly.
it's pretty much playing an ARPG game at that point. Playing Diablo, you know.
Dude, I wish Diablo's fucking easy compared to this shit. Speaking of Diablo, man, Diablo 4 is coming up soon. I know, whatever, Blizzard's a shitty company. Everyone knows Blizzard's a shitty company. But Diablo 4,
I'm a. We'll see. I really the only Diablo. Well, that's a lie. I was about to say Diablo 2 was the only Diablo game I played, but I played Diablo 3 for a while. But I had more fun with Diablo 2 because if you die, you can resurrect yourself, find your dead body, and like you possess your like pretty much resurrect yourself by possessing your old dead body. I was like, oh, that's
So,
pretty cool. But yeah,
Diablo 2 is getting a remake as well.
I
New
I mean
graphics,
I was
new
about to say,
textures.
isn't that out already? The remaster.
Um,
Um,
Maybe.
I would say I'm not gonna buy it because I'm
I don't care that
still
much for it.
yeah. I mean I
I,
played it when I was a kid, but
I
now
think
I'm
it's
on Path of
actually
Exile.
kind of shitty that companies do this so often where they'll remaster, retexture a game and then sell it at $60. I
Yeah,
think that's kind of,
that one's
there's a
everyone's
difference between a
problem.
remake and a remaster.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, for Halo, you know, the anniversary editions all came out separately. Except I think Halo 2 came out on its own actually with the whole collection stuff. But yeah, that one's like I think that's one of the like best deals. You get Halo 2 remaster or remake, whatever, for the anniversary edition, but you get the whole from Halo 1 through Halo 4, you get the game.
Like
But
the Master Chief Collection.
yeah, like
Yeah.
the original release anyway. Then for
Oh,
PC,
okay.
you buy it once, you buy this whole pack for 50, I think it was like 50 $60, and you got Reach, you got Halo 4, 2, 3, the first one, both versions of Halo 1 and 2 that both upgraded graphics.
Remastered.
Yeah, both remasters.
See, something like that makes sense. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? If
yeah
you're getting
that's
4 or 5 remastered games for $60, okay, like that's not a bad deal, you
mhm,
know? If I'm getting the 3 Mass Effect games at $60 and I love the Mass Effect series and they're all remastered, that's worth it.
mhm,
But I'm not gonna pay $60
for
for a
one game.
remaster for one remastered game.
Yeah.
Not only one remastered game, but like a 2D like borderline pixel game.
Yeah.
Like an old I think Halo 2 came out, or sorry, Diablo 2 came out like the year 2000. You
Yeah, like
know,
early
it's
2000s. Yeah,
yeah, it's like 20 years old at this point.
yeah.
I'm not gonna pay that much money for that.
I was about to say even Gears of War on the Game Pass, they have like the Ultimate Edition set, I think, and that one comes in with all of the Gears of War games, like before whatever's the most recent one. So I was like, whoa, that's paying $10 for like if you're a Gears of War fan, you pay $1 for 1 month, and then you get all these Gears of War games, all of these Halo, Mass Effect games and Halo games. It's a bang for your buck. Great deals. See, I'm fine with those kinds of like
Kingdom
remasters or
Hearts do the same
remakes.
thing. Kingdom Hearts has the complete edition
That's
with
true.
1.5,
1.5,
2.5, 3,
then the
and
2.8.
yeah, and that's like I think I want to say $80. I
Oh,
mean,
dude, I have on
let's see, Epic.
on Epic it was like a max of that one, but I remember I bought each one.
You're about to make me buy Kingdom Hearts 3 for the PC. You're about to make me spend some money, man.
Hey man, I need to redo Kingdom Hearts 3 because I do not remember what happened in that game. All I remember was
I
I was complaining about Arendelle fucking map design because it was so shitty.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I never finished Kingdom Hearts 3.
It's fine. A lot of
Uh,
I tried to
listen,
defend
dude.
it. It was
I have a Kingdom Hearts tattoo.
yeah.
All right. I have a heartless on my body forever. There's gonna be the heartless symbol on my chest for the rest of my life, and I didn't beat Kingdom Hearts 3.
It's
So, oh god, Epic's game launcher is the worst thing I've ever put on my PC. It's so bad. Steam, phenomenal. Xbox Game Pass, great. Origins, okay.
like he had a slight
Yeah.
pause for the Origins because
Yeah,
everyone
Origins
knows.
Yeah,
I mean,
Ubisoft Connect.
It's okay.
All right, but Epic is just so bad, dude. It's just like such a shitty piece of software, and I wish that they were just like I don't know that
redo it, restructure.
Valve could just buy Epic.
Just buy Epic just to fix the.
Yes, 'cause they just look. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been trying to launch my little Epic's launcher for, I mean, at least a couple of minutes now. It's been at least 1 or 2 minutes. It's not that complicated a software. I could click on my Steam and it'll open up in 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can launch any game and it'll open up, but not Epic. Not Epic.
So, I remember you were saying about not going for full 2 hours.
Yeah, I know we're right about there.
Now
at
I
this
was about to
point.
say we just reached an hour and a half mark. So
Okay.
if you wanna, it's up to you. I mean, we can still go 2 full hours. I'm still good.
I think I'm gonna call it, man. As much as I love.
It was fun, definitely. It was still as fun as before, even though the old
I think
recording,
we
we
kind
pretty
of
much
changed direction. I think last time we talked a little bit more about like comic books and
and
stuff.
anime and manga
And anime,
stuff.
yes.
Yeah. But we're more in line this time. We briefly talked about your experience with your jiu-jitsu and how how much fun you've had doing it, and then after that we pretty much went on to PC gaming. With of course with the battery with the headset problem for a while, but
Yeah.
it was still one. I thought we were going too fast earlier, and now I'm just like, okay, we are way over. Like we're getting to the pretty much the limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. So 1.5 and 2.5
Oh, yeah, they have that bundle too.
is $50. 2.8 is $60. God damn, it's expensive.
Yeah,
Um,
I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is also full price.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 is full price. Melody of Memory is $60. What?
I don't
There's
even want to
no way.
bother with that one, dude. It's a fucking
there's-
rhythm game too. It's not even like a regular game. It's a fucking rhythm game.
But $60, that is crazy.
For a rhythm game. That's why I'm just like, nah. No matter how much I love Kingdom Hearts, I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
get
god.
whatever that rhythm game is for $60. No, actually, I'll probably not get. Other than that, 6 games for $50 is a great ass deal. You're pretty much paying like $10 per game at that point. But 2.8 being at 60, then Kingdom Hearts 3 at 60, and
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not.
not completely
And
worth.
two
But the first, I mean, honestly though, which one's your favorite Kingdom Hearts game? For me, it's Kingdom Hearts 2.
two hands down. It's
Yeah,
not even.
yeah, it has the best gameplay ever.
There's no debate about
Mm-hmm,
that.
mm-hmm. Plus the,
How does this? How does this rhythm game work?
I don't even want to know. They went from a card system to a rhythm game.
Oh God, this. There's no way this game did well.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, everyone hated the Little Mermaid world in Kingdom Hearts 1. That was a rhythm game. I'm pretty sure everyone.
Yeah, but that was one level. I mean,
This is a full game. It's like
this
playing.
is a six. Yeah, this is a full $60 game.
You can play. You might as well just play Rock Band at that point, or Guitar Hero, or DJ Hero for that matter.
Still have Guitar Hero for the PS2. I have all the Guitar Heroes for the PS2.
I only have Rock Band too. That's actually one of the things, one of the reasons why I want to get an Elgato, so I can stream Rock Band. Because
Dude, I would totally be down with that.
I still have my drum set. I still have actually am using one of the drum stool as a footstool at the moment. You know.
I have you ever seen a kneeling chair?
I think
I thought about getting a kneeling chair instead of having like a traditional gaming
no,
chair.
I haven't seen a kneeling chair. That's pretty weird.
They're kind
Though,
of
yeah.
it's
But I just got a new chair, so I'm Gucci for now. It doesn't lean back. If it does lean back, it means that for some reason one of the arms for this one has a broken thread, so I cannot screw it all the way, and I'm so upset because if I lean back too far, it will pop off and it will make me feel like I'm falling off my
oh,
chair. So I was like, "Fuck!" And it happened so many times last night, and I was
I forgot I was still cabled. I was still
you're,
tethered. I
you're,
was ripped out of my.
you were still tethered alongside
Yeah.
with me, but yeah,
Uh,
but yeah. Anyway, we pretty much
all right,
went
man.
on and on about PC gaming at this point.
Yeah,
Talk
great
about
conversation.
equipment. Hey, hell yeah, that was fun.
Um,
Like I said, we kept it in line. We didn't really tangent off. We tangent off in terms of PC equipment, you know, but it's still under PC gaming and such. But
well,
anyway,
next time if you want to, maybe we could do a couple of shorter podcasts and then do more specific topics. Next one we can talk about anime. One
yeah,
after
there
that
we
we
go.
can do fitness, whatever kind of you want. Next time you need another host,
Yes, sir.
let me know. I'm definitely willing to do some short, pocket ones on specific subjects. If you want to talk about like fitness or something like that.
Yes, sir.
I would love to do one on either nutrition or
Hey.
strength training, program building, mobility, whatever.
Hey, you know what, man? All you have to do, and this is for everyone who watches or listens on SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, whatever. All you have to do is literally just DM me. Yeah, hey, I have this topic I want to talk about. Just I'll be like, yo, thank you so much. Like, let's pick a date, the time, and make that appointment or meeting or whatever. I don't even know what it's called at this point. Meeting, appointment. Mine is an appointment because it's
Yeah.
I have to be here. I guess it could also be meeting, interview. I don't know. Interview meeting.
I think interview.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, in my opinion, this format has always been like, I tried doing like a regular hey, buddy, let's talk about this specific topics, like a few years ago. It didn't really work out. We had like differences, like creative differences, so we kind of tend to headbutts. And whereas this format, I get to talk to people and they can express whatever they want to express, like certain
Yeah.
hobbies, certain lifestyle, you know. So it's pretty fun. I definitely want to keep doing this. But yeah, like I said, to everyone who is interested in coming into the show, you know, just send me a message, ask telling me your topic. I'm usually available uh, Monday through Friday, anytime after 8:30 is usually the time I am completely available. But yeah, just DM me the topic. We'll set up the meeting, and we can go from there. You know, for sure.
Cool.
But yeah,
Well,
usually I
alrighty.
just text people like, hey, literally I'll text people like an hour before, like, hey, the day of, like, hey, want to be a guest on my show tonight? They were like, tonight? What topic? I was like, oh, it's this one. I was like, oh, okay, I'll try. I'll try to keep it interesting or something. It's like, thanks. I know it's last second, but thank you for coming. But yeah, that's pretty much like like I've had one of my guests go on like that. Like I literally just text him an hour. It's like, hey, want to be my guest for tonight's this week's show? Here's the topic. See you in an hour. That's it. But anyway, I rambled on. In short, just send me a message if you want to be part of the Geeks Reborn podcast, where you can express yourself alongside me, the King of Deers, and maybe next to Mr. Darkside.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anyway, thank you for joining me today, Mr. Darkside, aka Mr. Eric. Thank you.
Of course, man.
I know this is
Anytime.
like the
Thank you for
second
having me.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed it. At first, I was like, oh man, we're probably gonna just talk about the same things, but
Mhm.
I think we did a really good job of keeping things interesting
Yes, sir.
the second time around. So
Mhm.
I appreciate your time, man. Thank
I
you for having me.
appreciate. I definitely appreciate your time. You know, I know you have appointment like clients, like I know you asked me like, oh, are you only available at nighttime? I was like, unfortunately, yes. If I could do
Yeah,
it in the morning, I will hands down do it in the morning. But yes, once again, thank you for your time,
of
and
course, man.
to everyone, you can catch us on Facebook that I don't really, I'm not really active on. YouTube. All of this are posted on YouTube on Sundays. Usually they're published by 11 a.m. We're on SoundCloud. That's usually the on Saturdays, if not Fridays. Whenever I decide to finish up the editing process. Spotify, same day as SoundCloud. Uh, what else? Instagram, where I post my short reviews. Not really short. It's a full on essay in there. And but yeah, you can catch Mr. Darkside at the Dark Side. Uh, I don't know what is it? Is it should I call it a gym or
Yeah,
okay, the
it's
Dark Side Gym, where
yeah.
you can try out
Learn how to break people's legs off. Yeah.
exactly. Anyway,
So if anybody's interested in jiu-jitsu, Dark Side on West Little York, Barker Cypress, come find us.
yes sir, and thank you for everyone who watches and listens, keeping this channel strong. I guess keeping it interesting. You know, don't forget to share it to people, and we'll catch you later. Peace.